Why you're stuck with the same job title year after year. It's not what you think. So, regardless of what your job title is, whether that be administrative assistant, director, assistant manager, VP, you've safely or maybe even not so safely held on to that title for years and you know the position like the back of your hand. Your name is pretty much synonymous with the role, and you're the one who gave it a life form, who gave it an identity. You love the busy work, you love the problem solving, and you love being needed and saving the day from all of the fires that you put out. But you've gotten the job and promotion to be at this point. But it seems like no matter how many promotions that you get, how many job offers that you accept, something still feels off. Something still seems a little bit off. There's still something left to desire, and you somehow already outgrew your role despite working so hard to get to this point. And no, there's nothing wrong with putting all of your experience and education that you've gained along the way towards your career advancement. In fact, that's what they told us to do. That was absolutely the right thing to do, and you've done all the right things and none of the wrong things, in my opinion. And perhaps you feel guilty for grumbling when you look at all of the job losses, over hundreds and thousands of job losses this year, layoffs, thinking that you shouldn't complain and that you should just be grateful because of so many people going through economic shifts. So you stuff down your emotions and you put all of that aside, but your soul knows that it's still not working the job that it came here to build. And so when I was an administrative assistant, I was so ashamed of that role and that title. It was a stable job and I enjoyed my work. I enjoyed my supervisor. I trained staff that was under me in other departments. And but the truth of the matter is that I was overqualified for the role. I had the title when I applied to grad school, and although I had transferred a few different departments, I still held on to that same title after I graduated with my MBA. And I frequently received raises, and I was solving tech issues and building databases, but the title had a psychological effect on me because it just wasn't matching. So I did move up to functional analyst and I began my data science master's. And I finally felt that things were beginning to match in my career, and they certainly were. And I enjoyed the team that I managed, and things were pretty good. I created new frameworks that helped the team be more efficient. I helped clean up a lot of the data errors in the pipeline, implemented new software for the team to work on. But did I see myself in that role forever? Absolutely not. And I was already feeling the limitations of that role, so I transferred departments again, believing that I just needed to find the right job, find the right supervisor, a team to settle my craving for more. And if you're anything like me, you like a challenge. But to take on a challenge, the fulfillment has to be the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So you can go to your boss or HR and ask for a title change or a raise, but the issue is not the title, it's not the job, not the employer. The problem or feeling that you have will follow you no matter where you go because you think that it will be solved externally. You believe that if you can just be seen for your brilliance and have a title or job that reflects that, it would be enough. But for many, it would be. But um, for you, not so much. And you can even hire a career coach to help you stand out from the crowd, but they are giving the same advice to pretty much everyone. And that crowd is getting so much bigger. And to be honest, you really don't want to be part of that crowd anyway. And I even read a post on LinkedIn by a career coach who said it felt unethical to be a career coach now because of fewer jobs to place workers into. You can't even begin to think about fulfillment when you read about so much loss. So, what is the problem? How come you chase titles, you chase promotions, but still feel that there's something missing? You keep chasing jobs because you think that authority is something granted to you by others when your soul is begging to claim leadership on its own terms. Titles are cages. Solidifying your identity outside of it is liberation. Entrepreneurship is identity made visible. Your soul won't quit with that yearning for fulfillment despite the negative job outlook telling you to be grateful because your soul is built for business ownership. On the ground floor, business ownership allows you to put your education, your skills, and experience together to meet real needs, and you can make up your own title. You create your own job. Whenever I hear someone say or see a video pop up that says college degrees aren't worth anything anymore, what I hear is that they are not betting on themselves and they aren't living in their purpose, that they expect the job market to validate their education and give their life meaning. No matter what is going on in the job market, whatever's going on economically, my diplomas have my name on them, not any employer. My education forever changed me and how I think, so it was never a waste. I have a purpose and an education. My education that I gained fulfills that purpose. It helps serve that purpose. No article telling me that MBAs are now worthless will ever make me regret getting one because the skills and the knowledge that I gain from it directly applies, I can directly apply it to solving business problems or even the logistics in my home or simply problem solving in my daily life. And no, entrepreneurship is not perfect. It may get you out of having to work with a backstabbing coworker, but you still have to potentially work with demanding vendors and clients. So there will be shipping delays and price hikes and system outages and many other things that you experience at a job. But spiritually, you are operating in your purpose. That is an entirely different realm, and that's where fulfillment comes from. You're spiritually expanding to hold 100 jobs and titles at once. Spiritual entrepreneurship stretches you, improves what you're capable of. And so earlier I said that you've done all the right things and none of the wrong things, and that every job that you've worked, certification or degree that you have earned up to this point has prepared you for your actual purpose, not to work a particular job description. And I say that as someone who was an administrative assistant for many years, wearing all those hats in that job role prepared me to run a business way more than being a functional analyst or even a data manager. The jobs are what my mentor calls shadow careers. And it's why that you're qualified and could do the work, but you're never fulfilled. They are placeholders. And while they are placeholders, while you learn to spot needs and meet them with your own skill set. So you might be erroneously searching for a placeholder, something lateral, a lateral move, when you're actually meant for what's beyond that, what's beyond survival. Although you've been doing it for years and it's expected and that you're fully capable, you may not realize that looking for a job right now may no longer be part of the phase of life that you're currently in. So, jobs aren't the solution when you're looking for fulfillment necessarily, if your soul is meant for entrepreneurship. They're the symptom of you feeling the desire to expand. And what you're really craving is sovereignty, creativity, and a life that you author yourself. Your soul is not bored, it's simply underutilized. And so, if you're ready to step away from a system that no longer fulfills you and begin creating the business that your soul came here to build, check out the description box. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.